Imagine a country where the rivers, once brought life, are now witness to war, where families flee their homes at dawn and entire cities fall in silence. This is Sudan, a nation on the brink of collapse. What is happening here, and why is so little of the world watching? In the next few minutes, we'll take you inside one of the most urgent crises on Earth. On April 15th, 2023, fighting erupted in the Sudanese capital, Khartoum. Two powerful forces within the country's own military structure, the Sudanese Armed Forces (SAF) and the Rapid Support Forces (RSF), turned on each other in a bitter power struggle. General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan leads the SAF. General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hemedti, commands the RSF. Tensions over the RSF's role, integration into the army, and control of resources exploded into open warfare. What began as a fight for influence rapidly became a full-blown civil war. The conflict did not stay in the capital. It spread across the country, into Darfur, Kordofan, and other frontier regions. By early 2025, the SAF had reclaimed central Khartoum, but the RSF consolidated in the west. In Darfur's capital, El-Fasher, the RSF captured the city after an 18-month siege in October 2025, a major turning point. Now the war is shifting again, eastwards, towards oil-rich regions and strategic corridors. What happens when war reaches civilians? More than 14 million people have been displaced inside Sudan. Famine has officially been declared in El-Fasher and the town of Kadugli in South Kordofan, regions where communities are starving while obstacles prevent aid from arriving. Hospitals are being attacked. The World Health Organization reported that in El-Fasher, more than 46 health workers were killed, and the city is facing a complete collapse of health services. Disease, hunger, and war converge, creating one of the worst humanitarian disasters of our time. In the west of Sudan, the war is not just about territory, it's about survival. The RSF's takeover of Darfur's major centers has been marked by reports of mass killings, ethnic targeting of non-Arab groups, sexual violence, and mass graves. These are allegations of war crimes and possible genocide. The world has been warned, but the violence continues. When hospitals become targets and civilians cannot flee, you're witnessing a humanitarian disaster in the making. Efforts to broker peace have been ongoing. The Quad countries, the United States, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, have proposed a humanitarian truce. The RSF accepted, but the SAF has not. Aid is blocked, access is denied. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees warns that even basic assistance is impossible in many areas. Meanwhile, the war presses on. With no sustained ceasefire, civilians remain trapped between bullets and starvation. Sudan's war isn't isolated. It affects the entire Horn of Africa. Refugees spill over into Chad, South Sudan, and Egypt. Key ports and oil infrastructure are being targeted, potentially destabilizing global markets and regional peace. If Sudan fragments, it may reshape nations' borders and threaten years of fragile regional stability. Peace seems distant, but change can begin with awareness. Support humanitarian organizations working in Sudan. Use your voice to raise awareness of this crisis. When the world watches and acts, hope remains. Sudan's story is one of loss, survival, and resilience. But it doesn't have to end in tragedy. We may be thousands of miles away, but the lives lost, the families torn apart, they remind us that our world is connected. Speak their names, share their story, because silence, that's the final blow.